Oatmeal. What should I do with my life? Welcome to the Ask Oatmeal show, which I'm totally not stealing that from iJustine. So, wow, what a great question that I just got from somebody. What should I do with my life? Well, if I were totally honest, I'd tell you I have no idea. So you better turn off this video. And I can tell you, the question is really hard, but hopefully you're able to know what you want to do by the time you're like 8 years old, perhaps. But it's like for some people, or for too many people, they get to the position where they still don't know, and I have to say that it really depends on the person. Everybody's different, and it's like on one hand you may know early on, or on the other hand you may not know even like many decades into your life, kind of thing. And it's devastating, like, not to know, but at the same time it's like you may know and not know at the same time, and it's one of those paradoxes that are there, that is there, kind of thing. Like, but there's like several layers to this onion of life and truth and everything regarding what a person should do. It's a puzzle to understand, but it's like it takes the right kinds of people being around you in order to really get to the point of knowing. But for the most part, you should focus on making money and stuff. But that's a terrible response to that kind of question. And I feel like I'm not doing it justice. This question is a mind-boggling question. I like saying mind-boggling, but I have a lot of things I want to say about all of that, and that's why my mind is stopping my mouth from talking, because my mind wants to say 10 things at the same time right now, and I'm having a hard time getting the words out. But because I can see like 10 different answers to that question, and I don't know if I can give it all to you at the same time without sounding like a mess. I think I sound like a mess because I'm always trying to blurt it all out at the same time, because there's a little bit of a duality in trying to understand these kinds of questions. Because, like, for the most part, you kind of have to love what you do as opposed to doing what you love. And there's a difference between loving what you do and doing what you love. Sometimes you're in a position where you have to do work, and that's a job, and it's not a career. And a career is something that you love to do, and you do that. But what you should do is probably what you're good at. And so you have to find what you're really good at and then learn how to love it. And then that's probably what you should do. And that's pretty much the simple answer. I can probably say a few things regarding my life and how I look at it, and that would be that I had several different things that I wanted to do growing up, and then I would be told things like that I would know what I would do, or what I would want, who I would want to be when I grow up, kind of thing, as I was growing up, as I was a kid, and then as a teenager in high school, and then going to college, it's those things that come to you kind of thing. Like, people will give you the simple answers, and it's not necessarily that what they say is wrong, but it may not be the full story. And sometimes you get to the point where you feel like you have to be a certain type of person at a certain time. I'm still what do you call it? Skipping over my words, or stumbling over my words. I don't know why. I think it's a hard question to answer, and I think I'm doing a terrible job at it. But I think that you have to figure out. You really got to figure out what kind of person you are before you go after what you're going to do. But at the same time, you shouldn't be thinking that whatever you do has to be what you have to do forever. I think part of the reason why it's so hard to, for me to answer this question is because I've done a bunch of different things, and I've found myself in different lifestyles or different careers or jobs in my life, and I've been all over the place, lived in different places and done different things, and so my mind is saying that the answer is not that simple as some people might say, that some people might suggest. But at the same time, it is simple. And I think the answer is not so much that you should have like one job. I think that's part of the reason why I'm having a hard time answering this question, is because people are stuck in the boxes of, oh, I am a doctor and that's all that I do, and another person's like, oh, and I am a lawyer and my kids are going to be lawyers and that's all that we do. And then you have another person who's like, I am a scientist and that's all I do. And it's not that you cannot have that kind of life or that kind of emphasis. It's just that sometimes you may not have the luxury to be in that position forever. Whether or not you want to or not is one thing, but whether or not you're able to is another thing. And a lot of times kids will know what they want to do, and that can be based on how they were raised and based on what they want to do and perhaps based on genetics and the kind of people they're around, and that's good. But at the same time, it may not be a good thing if they're led astray. And so you got to keep that in mind with the kind of people you're raising, or with yourself.